3, sword dice to a cannon rush. It's like these games where they lose. The game where the normal game happens where it's straight up play against straight up play and nothing weird happens. Bunny takes the game. But the other two games, these one or two mistakes cost them everything.
Yeah, and MVP is going to really go leaps and bounds off of these. They have one of their best players on the team here, Sniper. He's 2-0 right now against Protoss.
And here's his opponent, Hush, who's 1-0 this season. In previous seasons, not very successful, 11-20, and overall, not a very good score. But against Zerg, he's not played a single map yet, hasn't been able to prove himself. And the proving ground for this match is going to be Bel'Shir-Vestige, which is a pretty decent map for Protoss versus Zerg. Taking that third base, pretty comfortable for both races. And as a result, building that Protoss maxed out army is something you can do relatively quickly. And if Sniper takes this, if he wins the ZVP, then it's all over for CJ. They need this win. They want to force the ace match. Can Hush do it and bring us to a 2-2 score? Players are in the lobby. Looks like everybody is ready. The only question left is, are you ready, Brendan?
I am ready for this match, Wolf.
All right, then let's do it. Sniper versus Hush. Zerg versus Protoss. MVP wants to close it out right now. Let's see if Hush can change things here at the 2014 Pro League. Commentated by Brendan and Wolf.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here to start things off, the red Zerg for MVP, Sniper.
Sniper, man. Never underestimate this Zerg. He's up against Hush. He's told one opponent already to please be quiet.
Yep, that was Cal. Did win in the PvP.
And we'll see what he's got planned here. Looks Forge-oriented. And we'll be moving the probe down to the low ground. There's the Forge right there next to the flowers.
The pylon.
The pylon, not the Forge. We will make the Forge later. If he makes the... he makes actually a gateway with the Nexus and does that, then that's a pretty greedy build, but that could be good for him too. And we'll see what Sniper has planned here. If he goes hatchery first and Hush gets a Forge up, could actually just cannon that natural and get an early lead right from the start. We'll see how greedy Sniper wants to play. Actually sends a drone down to scout early on, so he's not going to be caught off guard by this.
Here's this cute couple that we had before. We saw their couple pictures. Bit surprised to be on camera again.
Yep. They were surprised. Unlike Sniper, we'll feel very ready, and we'll go pool first because he sees this probe. Pretty cool scout timing for him. Double Overlord heading across the map right now. And what Hush will likely do is still add his Forge before the Nexus. Could try to eke out the Nexus first, but when you do that, you're playing with fire. Sometimes things might be able to sneak into your main base. But he sees the exact timing of the pool. I wouldn't be surprised to just see him put the Nexus down first here.
Yep,
why not?
He is
just
saving it up.
Yeah, there it
goes. And he's going to be annoying here as well.
That patrol hexagon. I remember I was so excited. I don't know if I'm going to put you on the spot here. I don't know if you actually watched this like at the exact moment that it happened. Well, hold that thought. Oh my God, he's actually denying this so much. Oh, he almost did it again. But I played StarCraft 1 a lot. I know that you know of the game quite a lot, but you didn't actually play like a bajillion games like I did. But when StarCraft 2's beta was announced and they had the keys were delivered and people were playing the game, and I remember watching one stream, some live stream of a news site. I don't even remember which site. It was like oneup.com or something. I was so excited. I didn't have my key yet. And I just watched like somebody deny a building with a probe and make a star with a rally point, and I just thought, wow, that looks so pretty. It looks so awesome. I cannot wait to do that. And that's what you could do in StarCraft 2. It's much easier to actually queue up rally points and see exactly where they are than it is in Brood War.
Yeah.
And that's why we see these crazy hatch blocks like that.
I remember I used to watch Huck's stream a lot because I was Protoss, and back in the day he was one of the better foreign Protosses. And
Still
he
is.
Used to, yeah. He used to when he used to scout in the enemy base, he used to make like a smiley face.
Oh, yeah,
he used to make like a bunch of hearts or different pictures in there.
I watched Huck stream a lot too, man.
Yeah.
Only a Protoss I looked up to, and I was playing a lot StarCraft 2. Ladrin all the time. And Huck's still out there, man. He's still playing.
Yeah.
A very good Protoss, a good Protoss to look up to. Third base is going up right now for Sniper. And for him, the only annoyance really in this game has been it's not that cold in the studio, I'm telling you.
She does not believe you, man. She's shifting her eyes around like, I don't know, it's pretty cold in here, guys.
But going back to what I was saying, the only annoyance for Sniper is really that his natural was delayed. But everything else for him has gone according to plan. He had to also go pool before hatch because of the probe that scouted his base. You look like you wanted to tell me a secret. What were you going to tell me? Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't planning on telling you a secret at all.
It wouldn't have been a secret because you were going to tell me on air, but I thought you were about to say something to me that you saw that you thought I didn't know. That's what I mean by a secret.
Not too much. Just Zergs, they always want to get that hatch up first. You mentioned the pool had to go down first, and it's always nice to have those queens synced up and just ready to go and have everything in sync, but Sniper not getting that luxury. But I'm sure he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, he's going to be just fine, at least for now. Third base is up, and Stargate goes down for Hush. Not yet scouted. We'll see what he wants to commit to with this. He's getting +1, so I'm feeling the Phoenixes. Hello again. Thanks for sticking around for all the matches. Hardcore fans here. And this Queen, under pressure here, gonna have to run away. Zerling's coming to the rescue, but the Queen's already taking a lot of hits. Even the drones fighting here very loyal. The Queen could actually go down. Very low on hit points.
Just gonna have to try to run away. That Zealot does get surrounded. Looks like it's gonna go down. And I'm sorry, that Stalker trying to get that drone, not quite getting it either.
12 drones on the way, speaking of which.
Yeah.
He's thrown up heavy. And with a Forge Expand, if you have that +1 opportunity to research, why not? Goes for robotics, though, instead of adding any additional gateways. So he's just getting the +1 to have that research very early on. And it's going to be useful defensively as well. A +1 is a +1.
Yep. Affects all your ground units. They do more damage.
They do.
That is a +1.
That is a +1. A +1 is a +1, man. And
it's not a +2.
No, it's
that comes later.
It's not a +3, and it's certainly not a +1 armor. So
yes.
Now that we've clarified this,
we got it out for you guys.
It's also not. It's not Charge Zealot upgrade.
Oh, okay. I thought it might be. I thought there was like some chance.
And now to just dispel all of the confusion, the last part that might have some people shocked is it's also not an Arbiter Tribunal. But
what?
No, it's not. I know it might be confusing to some of you out there, but
well, 4
spores going up, and
that Zergling does see the pylon.
Yeah, and he actually doesn't see the Nexus, but he's going to come over here and confirm with the rest of his Lings. If he can stop this cannon from going up, that's pretty huge. He's going to force this group of units to stay over here. Force a Stalker to shoot a pylon. Hey, I know you hate your day job, but you don't have to be like that.
Oh, and the Stalker gets surrounded. It can't move. Doing a bunch of damage.
More Zerlings coming down here as well. And Speed's about to finish. Going to maybe get that Stalker. Nice micro here by Hush.
Could come back and get that Zealot. Nope, too close to the rest of the units. Going to have to walk away. Doing some health damage to that Stalker, though. Anything helps.
Those Phoenixes, a little bit lazy on the job. May have been actually harassing off camera and might be low on energy, but they were sitting around for the last moment there while he's microing that Stalker. Notice that Sniper keeps all of his Overlords protected by these Spore Crawlers. He's going to still get a few drone kills. In fact, he kills the drone that was making the Roach Warren, so that Roach Warren never started. Something he's going to want to notice. 2 Force Fields dropped here in panic. And Sniper going for the third base now. There is still a tight wall in that Mothership core there. Great Force Field here.
That was a sick force field, man. He even had that second Zealot up to the right of that one in a very nice spot. More of these drones being picked off by these Phoenixes.
Yep. And this group of things is not going to be able to do critical damage, but it will get a few probes. Actually, struggling to get the second probe. Does go down, gets warded away though. Any damage he can do, anything he can do harassment-wise to keep the Protoss off his back while he takes his fourth is what he wants. And it wouldn't be Bel'Shir-Vestige without a second and third Stargate going up and Void Ray production started.
Are we going to have to start bound down here, man? We're going to have to get our bent halfway at the back bows to respect these guys?
Well, I will just preach the word of the Void.
Are you looking forward to Legacy of the Void Wolf?
I certainly am, man. I just hope that in my most excited possibility, like if somebody asked me what would be the most exciting thing that comes with Legacy of the Void, would be some new mechanics to the game, like massive ones. I'm talking like Chrono Boost Larva and Jax Mule, something like that, plus old Brood War units coming back. I want Brood War units coming. Then the new units that we have in StarCraft 2 Heartless Swarm are pretty cool, but you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I think pull some new units back. That's what I want to see. I really am hoping, really, with all of my heart, that we get that. Zerlings over here hoping to get some kills, and they will get at least a few. Carapace being researched right now for those Mutalisks, but also the Corruptors. And the Carapace actually gets applied twice to Phoenix attacks, don't forget. So I'm assuming that will help him out. Gets a Pylon. He's got to be careful here, though. He doesn't have any Corruptors support just yet, and the Phoenixes can chase.
Yeah.
And they will.
And if you notice, he is making 3 Phoenixes right now at a time. Not Void Rays. I think he got a couple of those out. Yeah, he got one and then went into Phoenix as soon as he identified the Void Rays, or rather the Mutas are there. Yep.
Mutalisks are actually the biggest tenants of the Void Ray religion. They will respect the Void Rays so hard. As any Zerg player makes Mutalisks against Void Rays is doing the right thing. Until the Void Ray count gets too high, of course. Or the Phoenix count, which in this case is now up to 8. And he's still got triple production, plus the Fleet Beacon, which will allow him to get additional upgrades, and the range upgrade, the Anion Pulse Crystals upgrade.
And at the same time, with those 3 bases, he is going to be getting Colossi at the same time. He's got a pretty decent ground force with this as well. 2 Immortals even in the mix.
Yeah, this is a scary force that moves out right now, because if he brings just a few more Stalkers, those 9 Corruptors are not going to be able to contend with the Phoenixes and the Void Ray. Mutalisk coming in the main base, though. He's not afraid. This is going to cost him dearly, though. If he doesn't have the Corruptors really close nearby, okay, there they are. I was going to say, without the Corruptors, he's going to lose every single Mutalisk, so he does bring those with him. And 13 Corruptors on the map, going to help him deal with Void Rays as well. He's just keeping this air army small. I like that. He's respecting the Void Rays, but at the same time respecting the Phoenixes. So much respect coming out of Sniper.
He saw, actually, that Hush was also really respecting these Mutas, and he was like, okay, I can back off. But actually, as I say that, building 9 more Mutalisks, seeming like he wants to bolster that army a little bit. Yeah, 9 more, because he knows that he's controlled the Phoenixes right now. Kills that Void Ray, in fact, and could have tried to fight a Colossus, but was a little bit apprehensive with all these Phoenixes. Needs to be careful. That Carapace upgrade really helping out these Corruptors. They can just tank so much. 1 Corruptor does go down. It's a lot of firepower here. Doesn't have any Infestors to help out. And the Phoenixes with that range upgrade are actually going to start to participate in this fight. Stalker on the ground as well. He needs to be careful about committing to chasing those Corruptors, especially with just 1 Phoenix. That Phoenix is going down. Goodbye. And I don't think... Well, he's still going to chase here. Mutalisk count getting a bit thinned out, but the Corruptors are still going to control the air. Meanwhile, a huge early run-by goes on Hush here. No wall, no Zealot there at the front, and now he's going to have to make a choice, because he either has to turn around to defend these Lings or go for a very aggressive move here to at least kill the 4th base. And it looks like he wants to go for that 4th base. These Zerglings are going to continue killing those buildings, killed a bunch of those probes. I think he did pull a bunch of those probes into the main, but continuing to just do more and more damage. Did warp in a couple of Zealots there to defend this. And it looks like this 4th base is going to go down over here for Sniper, and this big army is over here. But at that 3rd base, it looks like Sniper's a bit prepared. Ooh, the Cybernetics Core may go down. That's the biggest problem for him. Losing, you know, everything else they lost is not the end of the world. Losing these 2 Immortals is a bit of a pain. They were not close enough to the recall. Goodbye, Immortals. 2 Immortals are free. They're on sale. And Pathogen Glands now being researched. More Infestors, which is more than 0, will join the battle. And any Infestors that you have are, against this composition, this air composition, critical. If you can use the Corruptors to tank, get them at the front, get the Fungals off on that ground force, but more importantly on the Phoenixes, on those Void Rays, then you can eliminate them. But without that, that Protoss Death Ball is so difficult to deal with. But he's just constantly keeping it small. He commits to the Corruptors, makes sure the Phoenix count doesn't get out of control, and then he has the Mutalisks to support. He always has a ground force of Zerlings to help out, which have done so much damage and are still there, ready for run-bys. And they're also going to make sure that a 4th base is never started for Hush. It's going to be very difficult for him to get that. Yeah, I really love this really mobile army of Sniper right now. He's on 5 bases right now. He's trying to get that 5th base up at least after it did get killed. And he's just continuing, like you said, to deny that 4th base. Continue to keep that really big death ball down to size. And we see Hush continuing to build more and more Phoenixes. He's going to have to handle this huge force that's coming into the main base now to try to do some economic damage. Yep. And these Mutalisks need the Corruptor support to fight against those Phoenixes. There go the Corruptors. Notice he puts them in 2 groups. The Mutalisks still harassing. The Corruptors go to tank the damage. Zerling's over here fighting this Protoss army. But against these Colossi, they're not going to get good trades. And now the Protoss army taking a massive lead in supply.
Mulus will kill this base, but the Phoenixes are trying to do what they can to try to trade, to try to kill some of these Corruptors. Really nice corruptions going down on those Phoenixes. Hard to see exactly how many Phoenixes there are. Really nice micro here, in fact, by Hush.
Yeah, very nice micro, but in the main base at the same time, these Mutas doing a bunch of damage. But look over here, this fifth base is going to be taken out again.
He's losing some of those Corruptors. If he loses the Corruptors, the Mutalists basically don't exist. Without those Corruptors, those Phoenixes can kill every single Mutalist, and the Corruptors account is getting low. Jack's just going to go for the fight here, pulling back against those Mutalists, and this is looking really, really bad for the air army of Sniper. But don't forget, he has a bank. He's remaxing in Corruptors. He just got 4 Mutalists. He has a bunch of Spine Crawlers up as well at some of his bases. Few Mutalists going down for free, though. Never wants that to happen.
Yeah, 3 free Mutalists there. 2 of those do escape and rejoin their brothers. But look at this push. It's a bit scary with a lot of those Stalkers, a lot of these Phoenixes now that are chasing after these Mutas. These Mutas not going to be able to fight over this army right now.
Where are the Bungles? There goes one Bungle, but doesn't hit a lot of those Phoenixes, and the Stalkers are still free reign to go for the attack. A Zergling counterattack in the back on those Colossi. One goes down, the second one goes down as well. And Sniper, he's trying to do what he can here to hold this off, but I'm not sure if he has enough. There's just way too much Protoss. Phoenix is now lifting up those Infestors, and the one Colossus in the back is enough support to keep these Stalkers alive. This base will go down, and the momentum right now for Hush is out of this world. He's about to have +2 for his Phoenixes as well. He's killing those Corruptors.
He is killing all those Corruptors, and you see the supplies right now, 125 to 92, only making Zerglings right now as Sniper. He's not going to be able to deal with this big Protoss army in his face right now. You see his face on screen. He's sighing.
He's really frustrated here, even picking up a Stalker to save it from those Zerglings. GG, and we will have yet another ace match. This week is the week of ace matches. Hush shakes his head no, because I will take the 2-2, and we will have our ace.
Hush, again, another big name taken out. You know, Cal not huge, but he is a big veteran, and now Sniper. Here's Hush.
Oh, giving that fist to Byung there, saying, our team has got this. And Brandon, will we see DRG again in the ace match? Could we see